we're now being joined by our Rise correspondent, Abel Ejikeme in Oka, as he gives us information on Inec's decision to declare the election inconclusive. Good morning, Abel. It's good to see you. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Dr. Abati. Good to see you again.
Yes, certainly. Well, very quickly, we had a conversation earlier on with Uvieteme George, and it's the morning after the collation of results, and the election in Anambra State has been declared inconclusive. What are your direct observations? And we also understand that you were on the ground in Ihiala, where there is going to be a supplementary election tomorrow. What exactly happened in Ihiala leading to this supplementary election proposed for November 9?
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Abate. First, let me just bring you up to speed with the number of local government results that have been announced. 20 local governments out of 21 local governments in Anambra State, Nigeria's southeastern state, has been announced. But Ihiala seems a very, very troubled spot. Remember, Ihiala shares the same boundary with Imo State, and that is where agitations from the indigenous people of Biafra has been holding sway for this very long time. Inec said categorically yesterday that they were unable to deploy materials and personnel to that local government on the basis of security. But they'll be doing so tomorrow. Let's hope that whatever they do tomorrow will be done in a clear and transparent manner. 20 local government results have been announced so far. The candidate of the All Progressives Congress is overwhelmingly taking the lead. The PDP candidate is coming a distant second, while the YPP, or sorry, the APC is coming third, and the candidate of the YPP is coming fourth. We all know that there were issues and several issues with regards to election results that came from Orumba North. Michael Otu, the collation officer for Orumba North local government, first claimed that there were threats to his life. He was tear-gassed, he fainted, and he was forced to sign the election results, the result sheets he presented to the returning officer yesterday at the collation hall. But there were counterclaims from the electoral officer, Comfort Omorui, who said Michael Otu was new to the job. He knew nothing about election, the conduct of election, and that everything he stated yesterday were lies. The returning officer, Professor Florence Obi, in her wisdom, convened a committee of collation officers that was headed by the ASU chairman in the University of Calabar, John Edem, who now summoned these collation officers. They went into the Inec conference room yesterday, spent close to 3 hours. They were comparing result sheets from the ward polling units level to the ward level and that of the local government level. They spent several hours there comparing E8A, EC8A, EC8B, and forms EC8C. Why were they doing this? They wanted to check if the claims of Michael Otu were true or not. But at the end of the day, we saw that the results from Orumba North were manually configured and put together, collated rather, and put together and thereby announced. We saw the candidate of the All Progressives Grand Alliance emerging winner in that local government. Of course, there were several issues raised in that particular local government. There were issues of the non-usage of the Beavers device. There were issues of violence. There were issues of crisis amongst police officers with regards to delay of their day's payment. So these were all the issues put together. But the returning officer in her wisdom decided to collate the results together. That's late night yesterday and announced the results. So far, that's been the update here in Anambra State.
So back to Ihiala, are you privy in any way to the decision-making process? Why did INEC choose tomorrow for that supplementary election, and what is going to change between Saturday and Tuesday in regards to security? Because you mentioned that Ihiala is bordering Imo State and there were security worries.
Oh, definitely. If you can actually look around, you'll see some shops are just closed, and it's just past 9 a.m. and several shops are not still open. That tells you today is a Monday, and Monday, as far as the Southeast is concerned, is a sit-at-home day. So I want to believe Inec must have considered these issues and decided to move that election to Tuesday, where it's believed people will be freely moving around to go about their normal activity, and probably there won't be fear of attacks or fear of people coming out and to exercise their franchise and being attacked. So I just want to feel that was the thinking of the Independent National Electoral Commission in moving that supplementary election for Ihiala to Tuesday.
Right. So let me dial you back a little bit to Orumba, and I'll come back to Ihiala. You talked about disputes as regards numbers, as regards somebody saying he was tear gassed, he was hurt, and the likes, and all of that, and somebody countered that. What was the final resolution of Inec? You know, how did they harmonize those numbers in Orumba? And secondly, I also want to take you back to Ihiala. What are the assurances? Have you seen a deployment of security personnel massively to Ihiala? You know, what are the assurances that the elections will hold? Because if with over 35,000 police officers and security personnel that came into the state, and we thought everything was going to be successful, and Ihiala couldn't hold due to insecurity. So are we saying that most security officers now are going to Ihiala and everything must be done to ensure it holds on Tuesday?
Yes, I spoke with some Inec officials late yesterday, and they gave that assurance that the election, the supplementary election in Ihiala local government will hold. They are very certain. They were very confident that the election will hold. They told me that several security personnel have been deployed to Ihiala local government to ensure that people are not scared or afraid to come out and exercise their franchise. Going back to Orumba North, there were claims by the collation officer as well as the man who headed, John Edem, who headed the committee in verifying those claims. They were actually claims that there were high mutilation of results sheets from Orumba North. But the returning officer in our wisdom never thought this to be enough to cancel that election in Orumba North. She felt that whatever claim that the collation officer had wasn't enough to cancel the election from Orumba North. So they put those results together and called forth and the winner in Orumba North. There were several claims, just aside the huge mutilation of results from that local government. There were claims that the police officers also colluded with some presiding officers there. There were several claims and counterclaims, but at the end, the returning officer in our wisdom decided to collate those results and announce a winner for the Orumba North local government area.
Well, Abel, when we spoke with Oviteme earlier on, he was saying that Ihiala will be, a major battlefield and perhaps the deciding vote in this election. But do you think that whichever way the votes go in Ihiala, that this will have any material effect on the outcome from 20 local governments that is already out there, with the candidate of ABGA leading comfortably with over 50,000 votes?
Personally, I don't see any major change the election in Ihiala will make with regards to the overall election that has been conducted so far. If you look at the 20 local governments, if you look at the results from the 20 local governments that has already been announced, you'll see a very, very low voter turnout. Very low voter turnout. Even if Ihiala local government has over 148 registered voters, how many of those 148 voters will be willing to come out and exercise their franchise? That remains to be seen. That is a question many will want answers to. Definitely, we've seen less than 10-15% of overall registered voters in several local government that has already been called. So how many of these voters will come out on that Tuesday to exercise their franchise remains to be seen. So personally, I don't think it will have any major effect with regards to the general results that has already been announced.
Well, thank you very much, Abel Ejikeme, and we wish you all the best as you continue to cover the election in Anambra State.